everybody, and welcome to National ETV's coverage of local high school girls basketball. I'm Tom King along with Jason Roby. Tonight, it's the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. This is the first time we've had them this year, the four-time defending state champions against Pinkerton Academy. And Jason Roby, Bishop Guertin has proven, even with losses of players to graduation, to prep school, things like that they're still the toughest team to beat in Division I.
No doubt about it, Tom King. They reload, and I think Brad Craig said it best, maybe the best analogy I heard. He said, we are like a barbell. We're heavily weighted on both ends. They'll play 6 seniors up front, but they're not afraid to go to those freshmen on the back end. There's 7 of them, but they play primarily 3 of them on the back end, led by Megan Stack, Brooke Paquette, and Maisie Barker, the freshman.
Yeah, those are 3 that he thinks are built for this setting, where this is a week that they have had, had to go on the road to play Manchester Memorial, had to, have to face Pinkerton tonight on an odd night, and then play Mercy, another game that we'll have here on ETV on Saturday afternoon. So those are tough games all in a row, and he told me that they were looking at this week for a while and geared a lot of their early season regimen toward this week.
Well, and you look at how deep this bench goes, and it helps a team like Bishop Guertin that has so much depth, so that a busy week like this, 3 very, very difficult games, you can go so deep into your bench, you can really limit the amount of minutes that your kids get and stay relatively fresh. Now, they're playing a Pinkerton team that has been to the NHIAA Final Four each of the last couple of years. They came up just short against this Bishop Guertin team in 2018. This is a Pinkerton team, Tom, that enters tonight's game 6-1, and this is a tough team. This is no easy task for these Cardinals tonight.
Well, not only that, they've won 6 in a row. And one of the knocks on them coming into the year was, where was their scoring going to come from? Well, they've been stuck in the 40s all the way through until last week, where they beat Exeter 56-39 and Keene 66-37. So they have raised their scoring level. And, Lanny Buskey's a good coach. She's really had this program on track for the last several years. And the thing is they'll try. What they won't try to do is get into a horse race with Bishop Guertin.
Right, and Brad Craig, head coach of the Guertin team, told me as much. He said, look, this is a battle of contrasting styles here tonight.
Very deliberate.
The key is who dictates that tempo. Very deliberate, as you mentioned. Pinkerton bringing the ball up slow, setting things up, looking to slow the pace down, really take the air out of the ball. Perhaps why some of the scores have been so low is because they're very methodical in the way they approach things. They do play good team defense. And you've got a Bishop Guertin team that plays with their hair on fire. These girls run up and down the floor because they know, quite frankly, some of their minutes are going to be limited. They got to go, 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 go. They'll press, they'll run.
Here's the thing, is they press. And that's where Guertin makes it, they'll get the full court pressure. It's how Pinkerton is able to handle that full court pressure. That will be the key. Now, Guertin's without, that depth was tested very sorely on Tuesday night in a win over Memorial on the road. They were without Aria O'Connell, who got hurt. She's on crutches right now. We don't know how long she'll be out. They had a couple of kids in foul trouble the other night, so they had to rely on some of those younger players.
Yeah, and we wish nothing but the best for Aria O'Connell. Yeah, hopefully that knee injury is not something that requires any major time off, but definitely will give some other kids opportunities, as you mentioned.
And this is a Pinkerton team, Jason. I've seen them play now 3 times against BG in the last 2 years, once in the finals. In the 2 regular season games, they have always had a quarter where they have made life tough for Guertin and gotten back into a game that looked like it was going to be over. So stay tuned. Don't touch that remote, because this game is going to go probably right down to the wire. I'm Tom King. That's Jason Roby. Tim O'Neill's on camera. Pete Johnson's our executive producer. Stay tuned for high school basketball here on National ETV. We will be back with the opening tap right after this.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
she wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
And the lights come back on here at the Kalinga Dome at Bishop Guertin High School. Tom King along with Jason Roby. We're about ready to start tonight's game. And interesting, Jason, as we saw the starting lineups, Megan Stack takes O'Connell's place in the starting lineup.
Yeah, we talked about those freshmen earlier, Tom, but we have 4 seniors and much more. Carney, Smith, and Wilcox. And number 51, Megan Stack, the freshman center. So 4 seniors and a freshman.
And, you know, I think there's 2 reasons for why she's getting the nod. Is Pinkerton's got a tall team. They've got a big size.
And Stack is a 6-footer and definitely gives them a little bit of length in there, along with Addison Smith, another 6-footer. So have to like the height there that the Cardinals put on display. For the Astros, Ames, Riccio, DeMauro, Ingalls, and Jesse Ames. So Casey Ames and Jesse Ames. Couple of sophomores, some seniors for the Pinkerton Astros as we are ready to jump ball here. It will be Smith, Addison Smith of Bishop Guertin jumping against Jesse Ames, a 5'9" senior for the Astros.
Again, the toughest opponents that BG has had during the regular seasons have been Bedford, Pinkerton, and Manchester Memorial.
All right, we are underway here on the campus of Bishop Guertin as Brianna Wilcox set things up at the top of the key for the Cardinals. Very methodical as now Erin Carney directing traffic. She'll find Wilcox again, who'll pop from the left top of the circle, no good. Pinkerton now with the rebound as Ingalls now gets to the top of the key to Riccio. Riccio skips it over to Ames. Ames finds DeMauro in the corner. That ball is stolen there. And off and running of the Cardinals as Erin Carney takes a long outlet pass from Addison Smith.
And let's keep track of Carney tonight, Jason, because she's 25 now away from 1,000 points.
She is close. Guertin, though, right back on the return as Riccio goes in for a bucket now. Tom King mentioned very close to 1,000 points, so we'll try to keep an eye on that one as Guertin sets things up at the top of the key now. They're working around the 3-point line. They get the ball into the freshman. She loses it. Ball on the floor, gathered there by Jesse Ames. She'll get it over to Casey. Casey Ames cuts. Ingalls now with the ball, pressured there by Smith. Nice left hand go there by Casey Ames. Can't get it to fall. Pinkerton with the offensive board as Riccio kicks it back out to Ingalls. Ingalls with the left hand, but that is blocked by Addison Smith, who start things up the right side.
A great block by Smith. That interior defense is going to be so crucial for Guertin in this game.
All right, that was Brianna Wilcox, and she couldn't gather it, so Pinkerton will take possession, and we see the vaunted Pinkerton full court pressure here. We'll see how Pinkerton can handle, or if they can handle it. Ball inbounds there on the trap. They'll look to reverse it. Ball on the floor, and we're going to get our first jump ball. Possession will go to Pinkerton. So right away, Pinkerton would be well to quickly pass that ball to the open spot, not put the ball on the floor, and they do. They skip it across to Ames. She's on the run, goes in with the left. No foul call. Rebound there by Muchmore. Quick outlet pass to Carney. She goes up and good off the glass. Quickly 4-2 here now for the Cardinals, and here comes Pinkerton with a 3-on-1. And they just can't seem to finish, Tom King. They've had the opportunity as the ball goes off of Smith's foot. She gathers it back up. Carney on the run again. She'll go in uncontested.
And that's 6 for Carney.
6-2. And I'm going to say this, Carney's got 6.
So she is now 21 away from 1,000, but I'll tell you right now, Jason Roby, Pinkerton all of a sudden decided they want to play BG's game. That's not the way to do it.
Well, and I think if you're Pinkerton, the thing that what's going to take the pedal off the gas maybe a little for Guertin in terms of their press is you've got to convert on those easy layups on the fast, or when you break the press. They've missed 3 consecutive left-handed layups. This could just as easily be an 8-6 Pinkerton game as it is a 6-2 Guertin game.
No doubt about it. Missed layups, we see it a lot at this level of high school basketball. But the thing is I don't think Pinkerton wants to get into a running game with the Cardinals. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Hard to tell a kid, though, when they've got a 3-on-1 to pull things out. If you've got the numbers,
true,
you have to make it work for you.
Oh, there's the pressure right now for BG.
And you got to be careful. You got a 2-on-1 now. You got a trailer as Ames pulls up, and she can't hit the bank shot. Rebound there by Muchmore. She'll quickly fire it out to Erin Carney, who's just off and running with every shot.
Well, Carney's got a lot of momentum here. She rescued them the other night against Memorial. She knows she wants that 1,000. She'd like to get it tonight.
Well, I'm sure she's hanging out around the top of the three-point area, and she's just off and running because Guertin very strong on the defensive boards, and they know where to throw those outlet passes. As Addison Smith misses the first of 2 here, she gets the second, so we'll see the press again. And I will say, Pinkerton not having a lot of trouble breaking the pressure.
Well, there
until
it is.
Right there.
As soon as you said that, I knew it.
Knew it was going to happen as Wilcox goes up and misses it. Ames gets it over to DeMauro. DeMauro now back to Ames.
And now let's see how deliberate Pinkerton gets. Not very.
Nope, no pick on the ball as there was almost a trap down on the block. And that's going to result in another turnover. So,
and that is trying to switch from what they were doing to the deliberate style. It's not easy to
and we've talked about that. Almost
that.
the mindset of break your press and then get into your offensive sets.
Exactly.
And it's a mindset thing. As Guertin now sets up their offense, and that three-pointer will come up just short, but rebounded and put up and in by Addison Smith. So this one quickly 9-2 for Guertin as they continue the pressure.
Not to start the Astros.
And you got a 2-on-1 again, and they're again a missed left-handed layup. But that time, opportunistic Ava Ingalls gets the offensive rebound, puts it back up, and is fouled. So she'll get a chance for a three-point play. 9-4 now for the Cardinals.
Well, there's that offensive board that Brad Creek does not want to have the other team get, and rebounding was a problem for them early in the season.
As
they don't want to have that problem again.
And Ingalls finishes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Muchmore now at the top of the key, hands it off to Smith, who reverses it to Wilcox. Wilcox back in the corner to Muchmore.
Look for a cutter here if you can find one. Instead, Carney from the corner.
Bang!
Wow.
Erin Carney now.
On fire.
9 points now for Carney. As again, the Astros break that press. They don't have the numbers. They pull it out. Oh, nobody help on the backside as Casey Ames goes uncontested. 12-7. And it seems like it should be a whole lot worse as here comes Ames, and she's going to get the player control foul, offensive foul. Great hustle there, Tom King, by Brianna Wilcox.
Wilcox is the best defender on this basketball team, Vincent Roby. She's the smartest defender on this basketball team. She knows how to do it.
Not giving up on the play, getting the defensive position, and as a result, we're going the other way. 12-7 here in the early going, 3:35 to play in the first quarter as Addison Smith kicks the ball out into the corner now.
Carney with 9 points right now.
Wilcox to Carney. Carney back to Wilcox. Nice bounce pass on the block. Backside cut there. As Stack was looking to get her first assist. Muchmore will shoot, no good. Rebound, Pinkerton, they are on the run. And a nice move there, but the baseline shut off by Addison Smith.
Smith's playing very well defensively on that left side.
And Pinkerton looking to penetrate and go to the hole in the land of the Giants. That was Sophie Riccio. And our first subs of the game as Allison Ingalls will come in for Pinkerton. Megan Stack checking out, Hannah Muchmore checking out for the Cardinals. As another freshman, Maisie Barker checks in. And another freshman, Kaylee McDonald checks in. And that is a three-point shot right there for Pinkerton, and it's now 12-10 Cardinals.
See, they don't go away. That's how Pinkerton plays. They're scrappy, they're tough, and they've given Guertin problems over the years.
All right. And a dribble drive there. I think they're going to call it on the floor.
Yes,
fans
no
don't
shot.
like it. That was Carney again.
Right. But Carney, as you can tell, this is her senior year, and she is starting to take games over.
She was 27 points away at night's beginning.
Now
she has 9 points total so far.
So she's 18.
Carney dribble drive, kicked it back out. That ball's going to be, looked like it was going to get stolen by Pinkerton, but the opportunistic hands of Carney gathers it back, or rather Addison Smith, as Carney shoots and misses. Smith underneath. And we're going to get a jump ball there.
And the arrow is going Guertin's way, I believe.
Couple more subs as number 13, Molly Smith, and number 12, Samantha Franks, the junior guard for Pinkerton, check in. Smith is another freshman guard, 5'8" freshman guard for Guertin. McDonald now dishes it back out to Barker.
The best thing for Guertin would be to get their outside game going.
Barker again.
They want to do that.
Good pressure. Oh, great crossover dribble there by
There
Barker.
it is, right there. Oh, in and out.
Wilcox couldn't get it to fall, but Barker with a nice ankle breaker there.
And she opted not to continue it.
And that ball goes in and out for Allison Ingalls as she misses, and Guertin again on the run. Here comes Barker on the dribble drive. Too much mustard on that hot dog. Offensive board for Guertin. Kaylee McDonald on the miss. Pinkerton again with the defensive rebound as Riccio sets things up. Guertin playing man-to-man. Riccio guarded by the freshman Barker. Scoop shot there by Riccio, no good. And a cheap one on the floor here. And I think that's going to be on Sophia Riccio with the reach-in.
The one thing Guertin's done very well, Jason, is they controlled the defensive boards. They haven't allowed a lot of second chance opportunities.
And this is just a rotating door here of substitutes in and out. We'll try to stay ahead of it as much as we can as Muchmore comes back in, along with Brooke Paquette, another freshman guard. Muchmore now dishes it over to Barker. Barker in the corner to Smith. And they just keep reversing it, does Guertin. Good patience on the offensive set. Ball never really hitting the floor until the dribble drive. We're going to get a player-controlled foul there on Muchmore. And a good play by Jessie Ames.
And Muchmore got into foul trouble the other night, so you don't want that to happen either.
And you're right, Tom. They got to look for that outside shot. It might be there for them if they can hit it, as Guertin again extends the pressure. Ames now at midcourt, and they break that press. They'd be wise to set it back up, and they do as Ingalls gets it back to Ames. Ames dribbles to her right, looking for a cutter. Nothing there. She's guarded closely by McDonald. Gets the ball back up to Pakowski. Pakowski now guarded by Muchmore. She's got to be careful with those fouls. Pakowski, nothing there as the baseline is shut off. Gets it back up top. A nice dribble drive. Can't finish with the left, but the offensive rebound is there. It is up, and it is good for Allison Ingalls.
That's a big rebound by Ingalls as she gets the ball, goes back down, and then goes up, draws the foul.
This game is tied, Tom King, with 5.2 seconds to play. And if you had told me Pinkerton would have had a chance to take the lead here in the first quarter at the end of one,
when it was 9-2.
I would have called you a crazy man.
Yeah, exactly.
I still might call you a crazy man. Foul shot is up and it is missed. Rebound there by Brooke Paquette. At the buzzer, mid-range jumper is good. They were looking for a double dribble, but Molly Smith said none of it, and she knocks down a nice little mid-range jumper off glass at the end of one quarter here from the campus of Bishop Guertin. We have the BG Cardinals 14 and the Pinkerton Astros 12. Everything we thought it would be, Tom.
Yeah, what we've got is a great game right now.
Both teams not afraid to go to their bench. You do see the contrast in styles. A Bishop Guertin team that loves to run off the glass, and a Pinkerton team that has handled the pressure so far, I'd say, fairly well in terms of breaking that press and having the numbers. They just have missed a lot of layups here, and it's really, quite frankly, cost them a pretty good lead. They were able to make even half of those layups.
Again, I think what Guertin needs to do is open up from the outside. Get that outside game going if they can. Kearney had it. She had the touch for a while. Then they got away from it. Let Kearney take this game over.
You almost wonder too, Tom, and I don't know, I'm just kind of playing coach from the stands up here. Would it be wise to let your kids get in a little bit of a flow instead of, continuously subbing in and out? Are you, I realize it's the way that you play and it's the pace that you play. Will Brad Craig stay with the hot hands here as this game gets a little bit deeper?
He'll go with whatever is working at the time, as long as there's no foul trouble. And again, stay with the hot hand, and I say that that's Kearney right now, but he's been with this group of seniors for a long time.
These girls know how to win together, no doubt.
It's all they've known.
And a mark of a good program is the ability to infuse new talent.
Exactly.
And make it seem flawless.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Pinkerton now.
And the pressure forcing the turnover.
Yeah, and Ames unfortunately saw something that wasn't there, and she threw it away. As Muchmore will bring the ball up for the Cardinals. She'll come to her left side and then quickly reverse it to Kearney. Kearney back to Muchmore. A little two-person game here going back and forth, looking on the box. Nothing there. Gets it to Molly Smith. Back to Kearney. She'll go in down low, and Addison Smith.
Looking to get Addison Smith posted up is what that play was all about.
And they had her.
I think they waited a little bit too long. I think if they had made a quick pass inside, it would have happened. Now they have trouble inbounding the ball. Here's Kearney. She probably was going to try to take this thing over, I think.
All right, Smith now dribbles to her left. Kicks
Foul.
It out.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Kearney will get
tripped.
fouled. A little aggressive there. A little discussion here at the scorers table as BG will inbound the ball. Kearney now, top of the key, sets up the offensive flow.
And speaking of scoring, we have the scoring right around the corner from us, Jason, on the board, which is new this year. Tim O'Neill will get a shot of that at some point during this game.
I was told it was a two-person operation, Tom King, a two-person operation to work that scoreboard.
Yeah, you know what? And they had problems the first game. They were focusing so much on working that scoreboard that they got the book. Not the book. The book was right. The score, the team score is wrong.
Right. All right, Pinkerton. Ball never hits the floors. They break the press. Nice bounce pass there. Ames with a bounce pass to Allison Ingles, who goes in for the two-point layup.
Yeah, you can't allow that. They've gotten too many of those lately.
Got to move your feet. I'm sure that'll be the topic of conversation in the Guertin huddle.
They've got to cut off that penetration. Because if you notice, Guertin's not getting that penetration anymore. And there's
your cutter.
There it is.
Can't finish.
Why?
Muchmore, though, beneficiary of an offensive rebound for the Cardinals. And she'll kick it back into Smith. Kicks it back out to Kearney, who finds Wilcox. Back to Kearney. And a three-point shot right there for Wilcox.
And that's a big shot. Wilcox will hit them. She's not afraid to shoot.
And Guertin not afraid to be patient on the offensive end there. Got to get over the timeline, and the Astros do. They'll set up just over half court as they lose their dribble around the half-court stripe. A three-point shot there No good from Allison Ingalls, and Guertin will start running the other way as Carney thinks better of it and dishes it back out to Wilcox. Wilcox will start things out, dishes it to Muchmore. She'll bring the ball back to the top of the key.
5:27 left to play here first half. 17-14, Cardinals up.
Ollie Smith now back to Muchmore. Finds Wilcox, back to Carney.
Oh, nice pass inside, but you gotta convert.
Gotta make those layups.
Gotta
Allison Smith
convert
with
it.
an opportunity, couldn't make it happen. Here comes Pinkerton, and wide open underneath, and great hustle there by Muchmore. Oh, and an and one opportunity, no good.
What a foul.
Another foul on Muchmore as Katrina Pekowski, a sophomore, 5'9" sophomore forward, got her own offensive board, went up, missed the layup, and is fouled by Muchmore. And that'll bring Maisie Barker, the freshman guard, to the scorer's table. Coming up just short on that first one. Barker will check in for Muchmore, and Ava Ingalls will check in for Samantha Franks. So both benches very deep here as the Cardinals have a 17-14 lead early in the second quarter. Ingalls will knock down the second.
They've had to work for that lead. This is not going to be a blowout unless Guertin can get the transition game going.
Well, it could be a game of runs, Tom. It really could be.
Well, they're going to need to get that press working for turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. No one cut to the basket.
And
great defense.
Good steal there by Pinkerton. Oh, got to finish, but good hustle on the other side. Ava Ingalls on the follow-up. Always important to have an aggressive trailer, and Pinkerton did just that as they knot things up at 17.
Yeah, we got a tie game because they were aggressive.
This Pinkerton team has really scouted out the Guertin offense quite well. As Carney now kicks the ball, skips it all the way to the left corner, and just like that, they'll rip your heart out from your chest.
They need that outside game.
Bree Wilcox
Pinkerton
knocks
is
it down.
Strong inside, Jason. They need the outside game.
You said it, Tom, and Wilcox making them pay, and a nice, strong skip pass from the top of the key and allowed that to happen. 20-17, Guertin. Molly Smith will check out for the Cardinals. And now Pinkerton will attempt to once again break the full court pressure. And they know just where to go with it. And that was, you didn't have the numbers there. And if you're Alyssa tomorrow, you're going to tell her, you don't have the numbers. Set up your offense.
Right. Don't play Guertin's game. And that's what hurt Pinkerton at the beginning of the game.
Nice bounce pass in the paint there. Can't finish, gets her own board. Goes up and makes it. That is Sophia Riccio, and she had the size advantage over Maisie Barker.
Maisie Barker was helpless. She couldn't do anything there.
And sloppy play here by the Cardinals. There's Barker from the corner. She misses a three. But the Cardinals again, Tom, with an offensive rebound.
Carney, very quick. Now Barker's confidence is a little shaken. She didn't take it.
Barker thinks twice of it. Oh! And they're going to call a block on the floor there by Ames. It looked like she kind of stuck her leg out there. She had position, but Brianna Wilcox drove the lane and got fouled. Still not in the bonus as yet, so Guertin will take the ball out underneath. Paquette finds
It is
Smith.
a battle.
Smith now the top of the key. Looking for some help. Guertin standing flat-footed on this offensive possession around the perimeter, looking for someone to pull the string.
It's a loose, almost a man-to-man, doubling the ball. This is Carney, and she's got it.
Nice dribble drive there for Carney. She's been quiet for a while, but she's back on the board.
That's 11 for Carney now. 16 away by my count.
And it looks like they're going to call Barker on the foul on the reach around. So Pinkerton will get possession here. She could hit it right off her back and go to the hoop. Got to be
5 seconds. Good defense by the Cardinals.
And you know, I'm going to tell you something right now. If you're Alyssa tomorrow, I would have thrown it right off the back of Aaron Carney and gone right to the hoop.
Right. I know it. Throw it back and then come right in bounds and make the play.
All right, here comes Carney now up the middle of the floor.
What happened was they condensed it to a small area, Jason.
Yeah.
You need to use your left side, get some player over to the wide side, and be able to inbound it there if there's nothing right in front of you.
Nice skip pass again in the corner.
Cardinals
will set it back up. Brooke Paquette now skips it, finds Barker. Nice bounce pass there to Carney. Carney goes up with the right, can't get it to fall.
Well,
Tomorrow with the offensive board, and here comes Pinkerton. They don't have the numbers. There's your cutter in the middle of the floor. Can they make the left-handed layup? Answer's no. They'll try to trap on the right side, can't get it. And a foul called there on Allison Ingles.
So the Astros getting good looks at the basket, not converting.
Been the story so far tonight, Tom.
It really is, because they could probably have a 5, 6, 7 point lead.
At least. A little conversation going on with the scorers table here as Kaylee McDonald, the freshman guard, will go to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. Cardinals now in the bonus. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. She'll miss. Oh, I thought she did, but boy.
When that left her hand, I said, there is no way that's going to hit the side of the rim and bounce away.
Got English?
Boy. Another one.
There it was again. Oh, and that's
just a great,
unfortunate if you're
Pinkerton.
Pinkerton.
But it's a heads-up play, though, by McDonald. She got her hand in there and knocked it away.
So here's that little run we may have been talking about for Guertin if they can go on it. As the ball inbounded to Wilcox, she'll dribble drive to her left, and another reach-in foul by Sophia Riccio.
Yep.
And again, they'll be rewarded with a 1-on-1 opportunity, will Bishop Guertin, as the 5'9" senior Brianna Wilcox goes to the line. She misses the front end.
That's a tough one. Oh,
and
almost.
Guertin going to get called for the foul going the other way. Have to wonder how close they are to being in the bonus.
Brooke Paquette looked for the steal.
And they are in the bonus. Allison Ingles will go to the line for a pair, or for a 1-on-1 opportunity, rather. She hits the front end as Addison Smith will check back in for Barker. Jason Roby along with Tom King. Tim O'Neill in the moving pictures, executive producer Pete Johnson on Nashua's ETV. Second one is missed, and Addison Smith gets the rebound, kicks it out to Wilcox, who'll come up the left side. She gets the ball to Carney. Carney skips it back. They find in the corner, back to Smith. Ball traveling fast, never hitting the floor. And the defensive rebound there for Pinkerton. And they are on the move. DeMauro now gets it to the top of the key to Riccio. Riccio dribble drive, kicks it out, back to DeMauro. Finds Ingles in the corner, and she nails a three-pointer.
She's a very confident player. You can tell by the aggressiveness she has. And we are tied at 23.
Locked up at 23, Tom. And another rebound there for Ingles. Allison Ingles doing work on the boards for the Astros.
Oh, this aggressive defense, they're going to call time.
20 seconds, or a timeout called by Pinkerton, and a good one there by Coach Buskey. All right, Tom, you're Brad Craik in this huddle. What are you telling your team? What are you saying? It's 23-23, 53 seconds.
Play aggressive defense. He has always said offensive points will come. Defense is the thing that is tough to be constant, and you need that constant. But this is a Pinkerton team that is geared up for this game.
Yeah, the JV game, Tom, emblematic of that is it was BG came away winners, but The place was going nuts. Pinkerton traveled really well here tonight. All right, Pinkerton will gain possession out of bounds.
Wow, it's tough. They got it, though. Looked like they were going to have a lot of problems. Carney playing really good defense.
That was Riccio now on the left-hand dribble, back to her right, crossover. Kicks it out to Ingles. Ingles, stop, pop, no good. Rebound there, given up to Smith. Smith
almost
will
a travel.
find Paquette. And a nice reach in there, 27 seconds as Guertin's on the run. They don't have the numbers. Jump ball is the call. And that was Pinkerton, rather, not Bishop Guertin on the run. 22.8 to play here in the first half. Ames now, dribble drive, throwing the shoulder in, and a nice hook shot there, baby hook by Jesse Ames. Don't look now, Pinkerton with a 2-point lead with 8 seconds to play in the half. Smith now in the corner, finds Wilcox, back to Smith. At the buzzer, and that ball will come up short. And Bree Wilcox misses, and Tom, don't look now, but for the first time in maybe a while, this Guertin team is down at the half.
Yeah, well, they were down at the half during that holiday tournament a lot, I think, down in Florida in 2 of those games, but right now,
NHIAA competition.
Right, they are in an unfamiliar spot. 25-23, Pinkerton with the lead. We'll be back with the second half right after this. Don't go away.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
And we are back here with the start of the second half, everybody. Yes, you have the score right. It is Pinkerton 25, Bishop Guertin 23, as the Astros mounting a huge challenge to the Cardinals here at the Caligula Dome.
All right, here we go. Much more on the dribble drive. Goes up and strong. Puts it off the glass, and she ties things up. Back into the press now. Pinkerton trying to break it. They reverse it. Trying to stay away from that trap, and the ball gets stolen right there. Addison Smith now. And they get it over to Carney. And a quick timeout for Pinkerton.
Yep, 2 straight buckets, both on the inside, which they weren't able to do in the first half. And that is the difference right now.
Well, you have to wonder what Coach Brad Craig said to his team at halftime. Maybe a little wake-up call for the Cardinals. They're not playing a slouch in Pinkerton. A lot of people expected it to be this type of a game, as the Astros have had their fair share of success. But what we've come to know from this Guertin team is we're not used to seeing them down, Tom, so at least to in-state competition and New England-type competition.
This is different. This is a whole different deal. But again, if you can penetrate, but see, the thing is, what I wanted them to do in the first half, and I was hoping they would do, is open up the inside game from the outside.
Right.
But that game went away in the second quarter.
And maybe you have to credit Pinkerton's defense a little bit.
Exactly.
They moved their feet very well,
right.
And part of it.
So now they're trying to go inside with it.
All right, Demaro will inbound the ball to Ames, back to Demaro, over to Ingles. Skips it over to Ames, who goes back to Ingles. Ingles loses her dribble there. And another steal by Bishop Guertin as much more gets it out on the break to Bree Wilcox, but the foul will be called on the floor, and Guertin will inbound it.
Yeah,
so
it's a foul against Pinkerton, but it works.
Three turnovers.
It works in Pinkerton's advantage.
Yeah, no doubt. That would have been an easy bucket there.
But that's just it, though. Defensively, Guertin was off in that second quarter. They did not play a good defensive second quarter, you could tell.
A nice kick pass over to Wilcox, who then finds Carney. Carney back to Muchmore. Muchmore looking for help, gets it to Smith. Smith back to Muchmore, over to Carney. She'll dribble it, kick it back out. Gets it on the low block to Stack. Stack dribbles,
Wilcox.
kicks it to Wilcox, knocks down the three. 7 straight points for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals.
And there you go.
And another steal there. And there's Carney, and she misses the bunny. Pinkerton now on the run. They don't have the numbers. They kick it back out.
So a 25-23 deficit is now 30-25 Cardinals.
Just like that. And a game of runs, what we thought it might be, Tom, as Ames dribbles.
Almost a turnover. It was
and
a
it
turnover.
Is. And the story.
What Bradford said, defense.
Yeah. And that's been the story so far,
right,
the turnovers.
because his belief is the defense will help produce the offense.
Carney with 13 points. She set things up at the top.
14 away from 1,000, but she's not concerned about that right now.
Well, they want the win.
Right.
Madison Smith skips it back out to Muchmore. Finds Wilcox, who throws it back to the top of the key to Carney. She can't make it, but the great offensive rebound there for Smith, and she puts it in for the bucket. Pinkerton got to be careful here. This game could get away from him in a hurry.
It could.
Another turnover. By my count, 6 turnovers so far to start this second half. And Guertin hustling all over the floor. 9-point lead now.
I'm surprised that Lanny Buskey hasn't called another timeout.
They've gone on an 11-0 run to start things off here in the third quarter. And I believe that is Brianna Wilcox who will get called for the foul as Barker checks in for Carney. She'll get a nice hand from her team as she heads to the bench.
Instant offense.
Ames now dribbling out to the corner. Riccio.
It's a 12-0 run, 3 minutes into the third quarter.
And another turnover.
Yep.
That's
Here we
either
go.
7 or 8, Tom, to start the second half. Nice, strong move to the hole for Addison Smith. Catches the Pinkerton defense flat-footed.
And Wilcox, a little over-aggressive, gets called for the foul.
And probably can afford to be now in that you can go to that bench as Kaylee McDonald, the 5'9" freshman guard, will check in.
All of a sudden.
Pinkerton has had no answer in this third quarter. They've been shut out. They've turned the ball over, I think, 7 times.
And
Make
8
that
times.
8. And here comes Bishop Guertin again on the run as they get a nice kick out. And that was Kaylee McDonald who just checked in the miss.
I'm surprised Carney didn't decide to take it to the hole. I think that would have been a better option.
Nice dribble drive there. First points for the half for Alyssa DeMauro. 36-27 now, Cardinals. Brad Craig shouting out offensive instructions to the recently checked in Kaylee McDonald. And there she is in the corner. And they'll reverse it again.
So you've got Carney and Smith on the floor with, I think, 3 freshmen. Carney wants to dribble. She wants to penetrate.
Smith now, baseline shut off. Back to Carney, she'll dribble, she'll kick it back out. Bango! Kaylee McDonald. The lead is now ballooned to 12 points. And a foul there.
So you have in this run 2 3-pointers, and the rest are all on transition.
Defense, defense, defense creates turnovers, creates easy points. Ava Ingalls will go to the line for 2 as that foul was on Addison Smith. Ingalls will miss the first. Muchmore will check back in for Kaylee McDonald, who just hit that big 3-pointer for the Cardinals. Franks and Casey Ames now in the game for Pinkerton. And here comes Muchmore, who just checked into the game. Got the ball back out to Carney. She'll set things up top of the key. Looking for Stack in the middle. Pinkerton shuts that down. So they'll work it back to Barker, back to Muchmore. And they find Smith, and she'll hit.
Smith's having a big third quarter.
Yeah, nice job of finding Smith there. She turns around, hits the mid-range jumper.
And it's a 14-point game already. Wow, who would have thought that the way this half had gone, the first half had gone.
3-point attempt there for Pinkerton, comes up just short. Defensive board. We're going to have another jump ball as the girls are on the floor.
Arrow looks to go towards Pinkerton.
Brooke Paquette, freshman guard, will check in for Megan Stack. Franks will take the ball out of bounds, finds Casey Ames, who dribble into the middle of the paint. Nice bounce pass there to Ingalls. Ingalls will fly, air ball. Not sure if the ball was blocked partially there.
And here we
Smith
go.
Comes with the ball, gets it off to Paquette. Paquette kicks it back out to Carney. Carney, bang! 3-pointer. And she's got 16 on the night.
Yep.
Almost another steal there for the the Cardinals. Smith closed that off, and as a result, Barker comes the other way. Throws up a haphazard shot, but Cardinals get the rebound, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Jessie Ames.
And Lanny Buster's going to call a timeout.
Yeah.
You know why? Because this pace belongs to Guertin.
And I think as Coach Craig high-fives his team coming off the floor, that's the fire he was looking for and hoping for.
It sure is.
Not really what we saw in that first half. The Cardinals almost looked out of sorts, like they didn't have any answers to the test. Well, they went and did some studying, I think, Tom, at halftime.
Well, I'd love to.
Figured it out.
Got to hear what Brad Creek had to say at halftime to his team.
Very talented roster here for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Got to thank assistant coach Kyle Tave, who hooked us up with the vitamin C drops.
Yeah, you
I
and
don't know
I
if you
are
can get
both,
those on camera there, Tim.
You and I are both ailing.
You know, these things are outstanding. These are like gold. Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you, Coach Tave. Not only coaching the Bishop Guertin girls, defensive coordinator for the North football team, and the provider of the vitamin C drops that are allowing us to stay in this game.
And he's a defensive coordinator here, too. Basically, that's what he takes care of. A lot of it.
Much more to inbound the ball now. She will find Carney, who sets the ball up the top of the key. Quick pop from Muchmore. Two-person game going. Good hustle on the boards there by Paquette. Barker back to Carney.
So
Bishop
they're
Guertin,
they're going to do a high-low.
Content to set things up. Looking for, and I'm going to tell you right there, not the play you want to see where Carney dribbles in amongst 4 Pinkerton Astros.
Right.
Would have been good to see a dribble drive, maybe. Regardless, Pinkerton has the ball go off their hands, and Guertin will retain possession.
Oh, she wanted to get that advantage. Here she goes. Nope.
Barker now kicks it back out to
Paquette.
Paquette dribbles in. No whistle call, no foul. That's okay. Bree Wilcox will clean up the mess and put it in for 2. 46-27. And if there was any question as Pinkerton once again turns it over, that stat sheet not going to look pretty on the Pinkerton side at the end of this one in terms of the turnovers.
This is an incredible impact right now. It is a 23-2 third quarter. And see, the thing is Guertin is being hit from all sides when they try to penetrate. But in the first half, Jason, they weren't that aggressive with it.
They were stagnant, Tom. You're right. They were content with staying outside.
Right,
and,
exactly.
Yeah.
They weren't aggressive to try to penetrate. This right in front of us.
Well, a Pinkerton team that was also moving their feet quite well in that first half. You have to wonder if maybe they ran out of gas a little bit. Good hustle there by Ames as she gets the ball out to Franks. Franks in the corner to Ames, Casey Ames, and Guertin will come the other way. And there it is. Erin Carney for another deuce.
18 for Carney, 9 away from 1,000.
30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. It has been all BG. 21-point lead for the Cardinals. Missed shot there by Ava Ingles. Ball stolen by Casey Ames. Oh no!
Oh, no.
That's not what you want to see. As Bree Wilcox goes in for the layup and a non-contact injury, and that is not good.
No. Not good at all.
As the medical staff and
I think
coaching staff,
we both kind of know what that is.
Yeah, well, we hope for just a twist or a tweak,
But
and
non-contact.
not good. And you can hear a pin drop in this gym right now. Is regardless of the score, you hate to see any injury happen to a young person.
No doubt about it. That is a difficult break right now.
And is that Casey Ames, Tom? I'm not.
I think it was 13 that went down.
Was
right?
it Sophia Riccio? I know there's a 3 in the number. And they're just trying to calm her down as they check the mobility of that knee.
Well, they're going to check her out, and it may take a little while for them to decide whether they can see if she's able to get up and off the floor once she calms down.
When this third quarter ends, Tom, you look up at that scoreboard.
2.9 seconds left. 15,
My
27.
goodness.
It is a incredible turn of events here.
And you can see it happening to maybe some of the, the second tier teams, but not to a Pinkerton team.
Right.
That's been
But you
this
know what?
successful.
I think that Brad Creek during this week expected a couple of bad quarters. It was just a matter of when it was going to happen, and it happened in the second quarter.
And maybe good for Guertin in a sense of, okay, we're down. Let's see if we have the intestinal fortitude to get back up. Yeah, I was right. It was Casey Ames, number 3.
Number 3, you're right.
She's a sophomore guard, not putting any weight on that knee, so we certainly hope the best for Casey as she's helped off the floor.
And this is the second year in a row that Pinkerton's lost a player of importance in a game against Guertin. And that was just, we watched her. We watched her take one step and crumble.
Yeah.
No contact at all. And she just went right down.
So Pinkerton, as we get back into the flow of the game, will get possession underneath the hoop here. Guertin will extend the pressure. She can run the baseline. Oh! Wow. Nice effort there by Jessie Ames as almost hits the half-court 3.
And that was a big, last year at the end of the third quarter, much more with a huge launch in the championship game.
Yeah.
That produced a three-pointer and basically opened things up against Portsmouth.
So we're about to head into the fourth quarter, fans, and
boy, I'll tell you, if you haven't seen Guertin play and that third quarter was your first time.
And you know, Pinkerton took relatively good care of the basketball in the first half, I think, and that's why limiting those turnovers led them to lead at
they
halftime.
They had 8 turnovers in that third quarter.
It was at least 8, and as a result, they will enter this fourth quarter down by 23 points. Jason Roby along with Tom King, Tim O'Neill on the moving pictures. Our executive producer for ETV is Pete Johnson. We are on the campus of Bishop Guertin High School, where the 4-time defending state champion Cardinals are playing host to the Pinkerton Academy Astros in a game that BG was losing heading into halftime. They are now up by 23 points as we get ready to begin the final 8 minutes of this regulation time.
And by our count, Kearney is 9 away from 1,000.
Nice bounce pass, unselfish play there by the Cardinals. Yeah, ball really on the floor.
By a player who's looking to get 1,000.
Right.
Probably not even in her mind right now.
Ames will stop and pop and miss. Back iron. Wilcox, or rather Smith on the rebound. She'll pull up, get it to Muchmore, and the Cardinals will get into their offensive set. High lofting pass caught there by Kearney. Gets it back to Muchmore. Flat-footed now. Pinkerton will come away with the steal. Bounce pass there. Oh, leather souffle, but I think she's going to get called for the foul. So that's going to be Muchmore, I believe. That'll send junior guard Samantha Franks to the line for a couple. A little too much on that one as she misses the first. And I think if you're Pinkerton, you need to just try to win the quarter maybe. And she'll miss 2 as Guertin now on the run. Kearney now gets the ball back to Muchmore. Muchmore will look things over. Set the offense up, back to Kearney, back to Muchmore. Little 2-person game, trying to get it down onto the block for Smith. They can't get it, so they'll reverse it over to Wilcox. Wilcox will dribble drive. She'll have her pocket picked, looking for the foul. Won't get it, as Ingles will bring the ball up. She was the leading scorer for Pinkerton at halftime with 11. And a steal there as Guertin again on the run. Wilcox goes in for another layup. Much of the same. In the early going of this game, Pinkerton had very little trouble breaking that Cardinal pressure, which in turn gave them possession. There were no turnovers.
Well,
Tale of two halves here, Tom.
I know what Brad Creek's going to say if you ask him what happened in the third quarter. He'll tell you defense. Yeah, that's what did it.
(52-27). 6:14 to play here in regulation from Bishop Guertin High School. Bishop Guertin enters this game 7-0 in the regular season, 8-2 rather overall. They were 1-2 at the Naples Holiday Shootout in Florida, Tom.
Yeah, they got a good win over the Naples, the host team, on the last day of the tournament. And I think it's important you come away with one of those, get one win out of one of those, and that helps.
Absolutely right. And that is a national tournament that saw several nationally ranked teams. Oh, and a great steal there by Muchmore. Goes behind the back to Kearney.
Right,
she'll pull it back out.
I was surprised there.
Oh, Muchmore will set things up. Eyeballs Kearney, but instead, what a great pass finding Addison Smith, but you can't finish.
Convert.
And Smith will get called for the foul. That was a
You
great
know what,
look.
Brad Creek, it doesn't concern him. Defense caused that possession.
Yeah. Much more with a great look, finding Smith underneath. Couldn't finish. More pressure put on by the Cardinals. They won't reach. They'll just keep moving their feet.
Oh, yeah. And here they come. Here comes the break.
Good rebound there by Stack.
Smith all alone.
Yeah, just too much firepower on this Cardinal team as they've worn down the Astros, and Smith, who's been all over the floor here tonight, will go to the line. Looks like there's a wet floor underneath the basket here, so they'll try to clean it up. Coach Creek pulling cleaning duty. You missed a spot there, Brad. All right, there you go. Yep.
You know, I haven't done my kitchen floor in about 2 months.
Wow,
I might ought to give Brad a
he
call.
He does it all. You know, he coaches the team. He cleans the floors.
Because I can use the help.
He's like Baker Mayfield. You know, he hosts those.
Yep.
You know, at the stadium.
I love that. That's my favorite Progressive commercial.
Yeah, those are good.
Yep.
Addison Smith
The
hits
ones
the
with
first.
Aaron Rodgers, there's too many of them. I'm tired.
Yeah,
of
I'm with you.
It's too much.
So Smith hits the first. And hits the second. 54-27. 27-point lead for the Cardinals. And they keep the pressure on. And this is what they do. Another turnover. And that stat sheet not going to look good, but it is for Erin Carney as she bangs another three.
21, she's 6 away.
6 points away, 4:56 and counting here in regulation. Boy, hadn't that be something if we could see that here tonight, Tom?
They'd like to get it done with 4:47 to play. You've got to figure that they've got the ability to do it.
Do they know about it? Are they aware?
Yeah, no, they are aware.
So we'll see.
They are aware. The old Seinfeld line.
All right, much more. Top of the key, nice pass in there to Smith. She can't get it to go. Pinkerton now the other way. Ingles looking for help, finds Franks. Franks can't get it to drop. Rebound there by Prokowski. Pinkerton will take it out up top. Trying to get it inbounds. They do.
And a foul.
Ava Ingles goes up strong.
Foul and Stack, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
Megan Stack, the freshman, 6-foot freshman.
20-point game, 30-point game, I'm sorry.
30. Yep.
My goodness, I'm telling you. 2-point game at halftime. Pinkerton led it 25-23. In the second half, they have scored 2 points. And now
Ingles
they've
hits the
scored-
second.
And now they've scored 3.
So let's see if they
So
look for Carney.
So you're looking at about 12 minutes with just 3 points.
Good pressure.
Now,
is,
Carney was looking for that pass. If
I'll
she
tell
could
you
go
what.
through the lane.
And they won't force feed her. They'll just stay within the rhythm of their offense.
Right.
And if it happens to work out, so be it. And I said that on purpose because I knew it would go against. Good hustle there by Wilcox.
And now Brad Creek's going to talk it over and see what he wants to do. You know what? If I'm him, I don't do it now because it's a 29-point game. You don't need her on the floor otherwise. Let her get it in the flow of the game on Saturday afternoon. You don't want her to get hurt because you kept her on the floor to score 1,000 points. We already saw one injury, non-contact, that probably has ended a season for a kid.
Well, we hope not, but
It sure looks like that's a possibility.
So Guertin will have possession here. 3:50 to play in the game. Kearney 6 points shy of 1,000 right now. Of course, selfishly, I'd like to see it, but
sure, of course.
And
she's on the floor, so obviously they want it to happen.
And look right here. And they'll extend on her a little bit, but that's been her spot. But unselfishly, they'll work it around. They won't force it. Nice pass right there. Wilcox to Smith, back to Kearney. Boom! Hannah,
that was much more.
And you know what? I'm
But
sure
Smith,
at this point, Kearney will take the assist.
But Smith would normally take that layup. She
Yeah.
deferred to Kearney. So
Yeah.
they're obviously going to try to force feed it. It seems that way.
Nice spin move there in the paint, and they'll call a travel on Ava Ingles.
And that's it. We're not going to see it tonight.
Change. No, you will not.
You will not see it tonight. It's a wholesale change. Kearney comes off the floor, 21 points, and that'll do it as far as the drama for 1,000. And that's a good thing for me because now I don't have to worry about getting the picture today.
All right. So Guertin now. Kaylee McDonald skips it out. Barker now over to Paquette. Paquette with a ball fake. Back to Barker. Two-person game going here. Looking for some motion. Back to Barker at the top of the key. Over to McDonald. Barker. Paquette. Skip pass. Finds Brooke Paquette. Gets it into Molly Smith. Back to Paquette. Over to McDonald. McDonald now dribble drives. They're going to call her on the travel. 2:16 to play here. 60-28. How many points have they scored in the second half? 3? Was it, did they have 25?
3 points. 3 points now. It's
5 now. There it is. What a run. And maybe a nice wake-up call for the Cardinals. That ball goes through the hands of first Smith of BG and then Riccio of Pinkerton. Guertin will move the ball around the perimeter, setting it up short of half court. Just a motion offense here. That was McDonald fired from downtown. Hit nothing. Pinkerton comes the other way. And the layup there on the other end, uncontested by Sophia Riccio, the senior.
Oh.
That ball went off of Pinkerton's foot. So Guertin will retain possession. And they get it inbounds.
Well, this is your future right here. These are the kids we're going to watch next year.
Well, there's your future. Brooke Paquette, the 5'7" freshman guard.
You're going to see all
knocks
these
down a
players.
three.
You're going to see all these players next year get regular time.
Somewhere in this group, probably the next 1,000-point scorer for the Cardinals.
I haven't had one in a while, I don't think. Megan Cram, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Nice pass in the paint there to Molly Smith. The freshman guard finishes strong at the hoop. 37 seconds and counting, 65-32. Downtown, no good. Rebound for Guertin. Brooke Paquette bringing the ball up slowly.
And a sobering experience for the Astros in that third quarter, boy. I'll tell you, they'll look at that first half and try to build off of that.
A tale of two halves,
Oh,
no
yeah.
doubt about it, as Barker goes up strong, can't finish.
I like her game.
She's a spark plug, she goes.
She really is.
3 seconds, 2 and 1 at the buzzer.
And that will do it, everybody. The final
Wow.
score tonight, Aaron Carney, 21 points to lead Bishop Guertin, 65-32 over Pinkerton. For Tim O'Neill on camera, for my colleague Jason Roby, for our executive producer Pete Johnson, I'm Tom King. Good night from the Caligula Dome, everyone. And we'll have more Bishop Guertin basketball as the season goes on.